Habakkuk chapter 2, verses 2 to 4 is where we're going to end our Habakkuk series for this year. My name is Stephanie Polenz. I'm one of the leaders here at Allure, and I hope you enjoyed this last short on Habakkuk. Alright, verse 2. Then the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain on tablets, that he may run who reads it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it will speak, and it will not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Behold the proud, his soul is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Now I don't know if you've ever studied faith before, but this is going to catapult us into our next series, faith. Are you ready? Hashtag faith.
Pretty good. Hashtag getting my cookie on. Hashtag I'm the real cookie monster. Hashtag no.
Delicious, right? Hashtag I did it all for the cookie. Hashtag LOL.
So we're going to go verse by verse to finish up this one, and it's going to be awesome. The first one. Then the Lord said to me, Write the vision, make it plain, so that he who sees it will run with it. Well, why would God say that? Why would God have Habakkuk write down the vision? Why would God have Habakkuk write down the history, write down what's happening right now in Judah? I think because God is gracious to us and he wants us not to fail in life. Remember, God is giving Habakkuk a revelation and not an explanation of his sovereignty. He's showing slowly Habakkuk his sovereignty because he's got the plan of using Babylon, a wicked nation, to accomplish something that will in the end be good. So he's wanting Habakkuk to write it down so that we, in the 21st century, in January 2014, listening to this right now, will know what Judah did, what Judah was doing, the rebellion that was taking place, and God doesn't like it. So he's writing this down for us, for our sake. Yeah, it's for Judah as well, but it's also for us. God knew ahead of time that we were going to need this, and so he said, write it down, make it plain, so that he who runs with it, he who reads it, will run with it. Verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it will speak, and it will not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it surely will come, it will not tarry. Now when I first read that, I was thinking that completely contradicts itself. It says, though it tarries, ... it will not tarry. God's timing is not always what we think it should be. The fulfillment of God's promises will not take longer than what God has already planned. So, Isaiah 55 talks about God's ways being higher than our ways, God's thoughts being higher than our thoughts. Well, we see that right here. God's timing is bigger and better and beyond our timing. Sometimes our natural minds can't fathom, God, why aren't you doing this now? Why are we waiting? Why are you making us wait? Well, God's got the perfect timing, so just chill out and relax. He'll take care of it. God cannot lie. It says in verse 3, but at the end it will speak and it will not lie. God cannot lie. It's against his nature to lie. In Numbers 23:19 and in Titus 1 verse 2, it says, God is not a human that he cannot lie. If God were to lie, he wouldn't be God. He'd have faults. But since God is perfect, he cannot lie. He cannot go against his own character. Right, verse 4, and this is where we'll wrap up, and there's a lot of information in this. These three verses are so compact with information for us, and it's awesome. It's gonna blow your mind. Behold the proud, his soul is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Now he's talking about the Babylonians. Behold the proud, behold the arrogant, behold the Babylonians. Their souls are not right with me. They are worshiping other gods. They are doing their own things. They don't care about me. So he's telling them, don't worry about them. I will punish them. You worry about you. You worry about those who are just. Faith in God makes us believe that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And you may not see it, but you have to keep walking until you do see it. When I was in college, someone told me that. I went to college for music ministry, and my first year, God said, I don't want you to do music ministry. And I was like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? And he didn't answer me for a few months. And in that few months, I was beating myself up because I'm like, am I not reading my Bible enough? Am I not praying enough? Am I not worshiping enough? And am I not paying close enough attention? I just needed a waiting period. I was waiting for God, but in that waiting, I was getting anxious. I was becoming afraid. I was becoming down because I thought it was me. But really, it was just God waiting to tell me. Someone told me, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. You just need to keep walking. And that completely revolutionized my thought process. I just have to keep walking. So if you don't see light at the end of your tunnel, just keep walking. There is light at the end of your tunnel. True righteousness before God is genuine faith in God. That's really cool. True righteousness in God is genuine faith in God. I love that. God says the righteous will live by faith. Some translations say faithfulness, but both ideas are involved here. You can't really separate the two of them. Faith is what you believe, and faithfulness is acting according to what you believe. So I'm going to read this. This is for verse 4. Notice that the verse mentions two groups of people which are in the world. One, the puffed up, lifted up souls, so the proud and the arrogant, the Babylonians, and the other, those who live by faith. So in other words, you can call them saved and unsaved, those who trust in God and those who do not believe in God. The just will live by faith describes the second group of people, the ones who are saved, the ones who believe in God. They are flowing down the river of life toward the city of God and towards full knowledge. This is in 1 Corinthians 13. Between the moment of their salvation, the then, and the saved ones, the now, will walk by faith. So that's not talking about right this second, right now, but that's also talking about your eternal perspective on salvation, your eternal perspective on eternity when you get to the other side of eternity. We may not have the answers on this side of eternity, but God will give them to us when we arrive in His presence. So I hope you liked this short. You can subscribe to us on YouTube at The Allure Shorts. You can like us on Facebook at Allure Women's Movement. You can see anything that we're doing in the world, kind of, at allurewm.com. You can also start donating to us. We are a completely nonprofit now. It's a tax write-off for you, so if you feel that you'd like to donate, you can do that on the website as well. And then we are Twitters, and we like to tweeters. Twitter. Samsonite. I was way off. At allurewm. For any other information, go to the website. You can email me, send me a text, send me a tweet. We'll get back to you. And hashtag faith is our next series of shorts. And we're out.